All right, what's going on, everybody? It's Flex and Joe. I'm back with another NQ VIX ES recap for the VIX strat. So first things first, I got the video out covering the box right here. So that will be up here in the top right for you guys to click the link. But let's go right into the price action from Monday, November 4th. So really quick, just looking at where we closed on Friday, the 4 p.m. close and the session close, you can see we're both right here, respectively, on NQ. So a little bit of a gap down Monday morning. Same thing. ES is closed right here at 4 o'clock in the session. Basically a flat open. And VIX was actually gapping up a little bit, right? So going into the open, now that we got that out of the way, right, and we're going into the open, we see ES is CBC short. VIX is CBC long. And Q is CBC short. Off the open, you sell the pop, and you get a beautiful move down. Now, when we make this move down, we actually, on NQ, wick under the session low, right? So you get a sweep under a key level. Here on ES, you wick under the session low, right? That was really late Sunday night, right after the open, right? At 1800 Eastern time. You get a sweep under a key level. And you can see they bring that all the way back up. Now, if you're not, keen on playing sweeps, then that wasn't your trade to take, and that's totally fine. You do get a CBC flip here on NQ, a little bit difficult to trade here, and then you up here get another sweep of this pivot right here on NQ. ES, doesn't quite sweep the same level, right? The same time frame. You see this pivot was at 5:30. We don't get that high on ES, but on VIX. Right off the open, it doesn't sweep anything. It pushes right into Friday session high. Just really pushes over 23, rejects hard, and comes back down. So you do get the CBC flip on VIX, but not on ES and NQ. So VIX was leading you here. So VIX leading you to continue bullish. Right. Again, if that's not your trade, that's fine. I said this looked a lot like the CBC flip and dip strat when we were looking at this live. We took this live here on the longs, but then let's look at the highs, right? ES was consistently rejecting this 10-minute 200 EMA, right? Could not sustain price above the opening range, and the EMAs on the 10 were not flipping bullish, right? They pinched, but they never flipped. And then you get the CBC flip. It is into VWAP, right? But it's back under the orb, really showing you the weakness here over the highs. On NQ, slightly different story. The EMAs did flip. It got over the 10-minute 200, but it did sweep that level, and then following the sweep instantly, candle by candle flip. So that is a a flip of sentiment right there, and you get a very nice move to the downside, right? Sold off pretty decisively. From there, NQ doesn't break lows. Actually, I'm sorry. Let me just back up 30 seconds, right? So you see this here. I just want to point it out. Your 10-minute 200 rejection here on ES. 10-minute 200 support here on VIX. Also just calling out, this is where the end of the day was, right? I usually mark the session close at 4 p.m. Also just been sort of keeping an eye on this level as well. And you can see push down under it, create this hammer at the bottom, 10-minute 200 support, and it pushes back up. So from here, lower high on VIX, which is a bullish signal for the market. This does not break lows, bullish signal there, at least for bullish reversal, but ES does break lows. And as far as ES goes, just fan this chart. ES actually broke out under the same low that NQ had already broken over on the first move, right? So NQ broke through this area on its first move. ES finally breaks through it. It closes down with strength, instantly pops back up and closes back above that level, and then you start to get a flip. So this is like tweezer bottom under a key level. You basically get a bullish engulfing, and we move up higher, right? CBC flips, you get a little bit of a pullback, it goes into VWAP, and then you just end up really with choppiness, and you're in a range. However, the prevailing trend, is still down. The EMAs are red, and you get the nice defense of the opening print here as well. So it pushes back into the opening print and ultimately comes back down to the orb low before the algo at the end of the day. And looking at NQ, it was, again, a range, but lower high, 10-minute 200 defense here. Pushes back down to the mid or belly button level, and that's it. So the key call out here is that looking at the opening again, VIX flipped first, right? And then you got confirmation a couple candles later on NQ. It was a little bit late, and on ES couple candles later as well. So this really just a weaker move into the highs. And if you look at this here on the VIX, where the VIX CPC flipped here, and then ES finally flipped here at 1020, look how much further VIX has already come down. So just showing you that that ES was really already pushing up into an area of resistance before you finally got the flip, and then look how they couldn't close over it. So definitely a word of caution for the longs, and your long entries were in here. So flip here again, shows you the change in sentiment, shows you the change in market structure, especially after a key level is swept, and you put that together and you can have some really fantastic trades. Also, if you were CBC long here and you see this sweep followed by the 10-minute CBC flip, this is your cue to exit, that we are no longer bullish. So depending on how you were trailing your stop, you can actually get out a little bit sooner and protect your profits. So hopefully this video helps you. Please don't forget to give me a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Good luck with your trading.